And Tim Gebremeskel, another one of the endless train of Ethiopian great runners in waiting. 5,000 meters, second place.
In 6th place. And Lewis, of course, Gebremeskel, perhaps the biggest threat here to Mo Farah in Boston.
Well, you wonder how long that threat's going to last, Tim, because if you take a look down at the track, on his right foot, you'll see a white sock. That's because just after the start, the right spike came off. As a matter of fact, I have it in my hand down here on the infield, and now you wonder if Gebremeskel is going to continue to run with one shoe.
Would it be some feat, wouldn't it? You're dead right. Making the green
No
there
pun
in
intended.
3rd place. Gebremeskel, look at that, the right foot, just a white sock. That'll really affect him when they start moving, when they start motoring. 2:03 at 800 meters, and about 3:03 at 1,200 meters. They've certainly accelerated through this middle section. Here's a chance to look at the start of the race that Lewis was talking about, with Gebremeskel in green, losing his right shoe. Now watch those green spikes as they get underway. Gebremeskel, one of the favourites here, up against Mo Farah, who's second to right, just loses that green shoe, and he cuts right across. And I'm not surprised. It wasn't the fault of the athlete that trod on his foot. Gebremeskel cut right across too soon. Maybe inexperienced, Dwight.
Well, I don't know that it's the greatest thing to keep going. It's early in the season. This is a big issue with this very, very hard permanent facility. As you look at the shoe on the infield, this is a permanent facility, very hard track. And those laps with the bank curves, it can really screw up the skeletal system. I don't know if this is the smartest thing for him to do.
Coming up to 1,600 meters run, that's more or less the mile they go through here in 4:04, with Mo Farah now calling the shots out in front. Gebremeskel in second place. I'm sure Farah will have no idea that the Ethiopian has lost a shoe, but this is what Mo Farah loves. He loves to test himself. He spends much of his year now training in Kenya with a whole group of the top Kenyan distance runners, a lot of men who break 13 minutes for 5,000 meters. And he said, do you know what, there's no animosity when we're training with each other. We're mates, we're teammates, we're training partners. When we get in the tracks of Europe or the USA, yes, maybe the gloves come off, but really when we're just training and working hard, we're partners.
Sam Chalanga trying to get up with these top three, but just having a tough time. The senior at Liberty, who we've seen run very well throughout his collegiate career. Gebremeskel is continuing to hang in there. I think it's his youth that keeps him going. At 21 years of age, he probably isn't aware of these types of things. We watched this happen to Galen Rupp at the NCAAs last year in a 10,000 meters, but he had enough time to get his shoe back on and continue racing and eventually winning that race. This field's too good for that.
That's 2,000 meters in 5:04.68. Mo Farah certainly turned it up a click here. Now Chip Saber there, challenging for the lead. Now he's the danger man. The tall Ethiopian, the tall Kenyan, just taking the lead now. Ran 3:35 for 1,500 meters just 9 days ago. We know he's in great shape, and I'm sure Farah was trying to take the sting out of him. But what can you see from down there, Lewis?
Well, I tell you, I've been having conversations down here with some track aficionados, because this Gebremeskel one-shoe situation is a real deal here in the World Championship year. And the point was brought up that he probably grew up running with no shoes back in his home country. But then the question is, and it may sound crazy, do you kick the other one off to keep yourself from being injured? But one shoe may not be the biggest problem as we might think it might be for an American person running with one shoe.
Well, Mo Farah is a thorough enough athlete to do his homework, and he'll be well aware, I'm sure, that Nixon Chepcheba, who was only 20 in December, he's a youngster, the Kenyan, is in wonderful form in the middle distances. This is the longer end of the middle distances, and Farah's got to make it count. He comes down through Blois now with 3 laps to run, Dwight, and this is a critical section. I think Mo there in second place. Mo Farah has got to take the lead and take the sting out of Chepcheba.
Well, he's been smart, and you just about called it about 50 meters early. There he does go to make that move. And the work has been done for him. But look at Gebremeskel. This, again, I think this is youth. I think this is inexperience, and he may turn out being fine, and I hope that he does. But we're looking at potential very bad blisters. We're looking at some damage to the bottom of the foot, and obviously he's just not getting the grip. One side's gripping, the other side isn't. You got to admire him for the grit here. But boy, when he has to really sprint, that could change everything.
There's about a 40-meter gap behind this trio now, back to Chalanga. But Mo Farah is trying to crank it up, click by click. He's got to take the sting out of these guys. Gebremeskel, to his credit, looks very relaxed there in second place. No sign of strain on the face of the Ethiopian in green in second place. Mo Farah of Great Britain, one of the top non-Africans in the world at the moment, has run so proudly for Great Britain and the Europeans last year, and now 3 abreast at the bell there, and Gebremeskel being forced wide by Mo Farah as going to the back straight. Mo Farah, Gebremeskel, and the Kalanga there in third place. Boy, are they pushing it on half check. Sabre in third place. And look at this, he's leaning in. It's Gebre Meskel. Mo Farah trying to give everything, but a man with one sock and one shoe has got the legs. And look at the speed of the Ethiopian there. Can you believe it? What a run. 7:35.36. That is quick. Boy, oh boy, what a wonderful race for this crowd in the Reggie Lewis Centre. Mo Farah will be pleased with that run nonetheless. He's been beaten, but he'll run low 7:36s. It was a heck of a race. And what a story that is for the papers tomorrow, Dwight. One sock, one shoe, and one win.